Many people have been asking the question, and it's a good one. How will I service my EV? Well, things are changing. For example, here in Australia, the biggest independent servicing and repair company is now gearing up to transform its business to be able to look after electric cars because they told me in person that's the future. Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, great to see you. Back when I had a look at the first BYD electric car to come here to Australia, Paul from BYD Drive bought that car for an amazing price. It's an amazing car. I'll put a link in the description below to that video, by the way. That car was actually picked up at an independent servicing center called My Car Tire and Auto. Now, they used to be called Kmart Tire and Auto. They're now known as My Car, but they're the biggest independent servicing and repair company here in Australia. And they're currently upgrading a number of their stores all around the country to provide services for electric vehicles. Now, the funny thing is, when I had a conversation with the rep from that independent dealer where they service vehicles, I said to him, what will you do once this car's brought into you for a service, this electric car? And they said, well, not a lot. Change the wiper fluid, maybe rotate the tires, maybe change the cabin filter. Other than that, there's really nothing else to do. That's one of the amazing things about electric cars. Now, My Car currently has 8 sites around Australia, which are EV ready, where the staff there have been trained in order to work on EVs. But they plan to upgrade that to an additional 22 stores, bringing their total number to 30 stores all around Australia. Now, obviously, Australia is not that big of a place. We only have 25 million people. That's less than 1/10 of the number of people you guys have there in the United States. So that's actually quite a big number, 22 across our population, because the majority of our population is located across only 3 big cities in the country. Now, sorry to those of you who are living in Adelaide, Perth, Tasmania, but the truth is the majority of people are located on the eastern seaboard in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. Now, in addition to offering typical logbook servicing, those 30 sites will offer My Car EV service packages. Specific details surrounding these EV packages are, well, not known at this point in time. We don't know pricing, we don't know how long they're for, plus what isn't covered. Now, Car Expert says that the Kangan Institute is training and upskilling technicians so they can service EVs and provide support to EV owners as part of their upgrade to make the 30 My Car service centers EV ready. So they are actually getting their technicians, their current internal combustion engine vehicle trained mechanics to learn how to properly look at electric cars and diagnose them and fix them, etc. Now, to date, apparently there's been 35 different technicians trained and upskilled by the Melbourne Education Institution. In addition, all 276 My Car service centres are already able to assist electric vehicle owners with general requirements in areas such as tyres, window wipers, globes, replacing wiper fluid, replacing wiper blades, those kinds of generic type things. Now, the company also says it's heavily investing in its own EV network across Australia through enhancing store fit-outs and adding more EV chargers at service centres. So in other words, when you drop your EV off, you can come back and it'll have a full charge because they'll charge it while it's sitting there for you. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if you could do that with your petrol car, your gas-powered car, drop it off and, free of charge, it comes back with a full tank of gas. Have you ever heard of that happening? I haven't. Now, one of the big advantages to these service centers, right, is that from what I'm told personally by one of the people who work there, they're aware that people aren't stupid. They're aware that people know that they don't need their oil changed. They don't need a transmission service. If they don't have a transmission, they don't need most of the things, of the parts required that are required for a service for internal combustion engine vehicles. So they're not planning on ripping people off, which is what happens with an internal combustion gas-powered, diesel-powered, petrol-powered vehicle. Most people, especially a lot of females, don't know what does or doesn't need to be replaced. So they're often ripped off. Things are often replaced when they're maybe not really replaced, or maybe they're not needed to be replaced. That's one of the big advantages of electric cars, the simplicity factor. And a lot of people are going to know, really, is that something that needs to be done? Probably not. Now, Adam Pay from My Car said, the EV market in Australia is growing and we want to ensure our customers have a trusted auto expert ready to deliver quality service regardless of the vehicle they own, electric, hybrid, petrol or diesel, BYD, Tesla or Audi. The following is a list of the 30 EV-ready service centres My Car will have ready by August of this year. Now, as you can see from the list, they're all over Australia. Car Expert says that the ramp up of independent EV servicing and repairing is an important step in creating a competitive and fair playing field between OEM and third-party repairers. Now, on that point, it's important to remember one of the big advantages of buying a Tesla is they don't force you to have it serviced by Tesla at expensive rates. Now, another similar car to Tesla's, as Car Expert has just said, is Audi's. So when you buy an Audi, to maintain your warranty, you must have that vehicle serviced by Audi, and it costs a lot of money. So that's one of the big advantages of, say, for example, buying an electric car. BYD and Tesla, for example, you can have either of those serviced by anyone, meaning you're going to save quite a lot of money in comparison to expensive German marques who charge a lot and make a lot out of parts and servicing for internal combustion engine vehicles. Now, obviously, with your electric car as well, the majority of parts you need serviced and the majority of parts you need replaced don't exist in an EV. That's amazing. Now, when the Competition and Consumer Amendment Motor Vehicle Services and Repair Information Sharing Scheme Act 2021 commences on July the 1st of this year, OEMs will be required to supply proprietary service and repair data to independent repair businesses all over Australia. Now, as I've previously said, Australian BYD partner evdirect.com will use My Car as an official service partner. So when you buy, a lot of people are asking, when I buy my BYD, where do I go? When I buy my electric car from China, where do I go to get it serviced? Well, My Car is the answer. This is also in addition to a retail and service partnership with car dealer group Eagers Automotive. So it seems as though if you buy a BYD, you'll have the choice of either My Car or Eagers Automotive. So naturally, you probably just choose whichever one is cheaper. This would force the two to compete with each other, meaning the prices should be very reasonable. BYD expects to commence deliveries of its first EV model, the Atto 3, next month. So that's when I'm hoping to pick up my electric car next month, which is exciting. This isn't the first time My Car has pivoted recently, having announced an agreement to do official service and warranty work for AusMV, the Queensland-based company that remanufactures Dodge, Ford and Ram vehicles here in Australia. So you can see EVs are actually a really good opportunity for businesses to pivot, right, and take advantage of this opportunity. Now, a lot of them won't. A lot of them will go bankrupt because they refuse to train and to get new knowledge and to transform their businesses. And that's just a natural part of being in a capitalist environment. Now, on this article, which was posted on Car Expert, a lot of people were saying, right, that people who are buying EVs think there's nothing that can go wrong with their car and they're perfect. Well, no, they're not assuming that. However, as the people who say that electric cars, their batteries are going to die and they're going to go and need to buy a new battery in 2 years or something, which is nonsense, of course. As people are claiming that, I need to point out an important fact. If you buy an LFP car with an LFP battery, then there's a very good chance your battery is going to last for a hell of a long time. Now, even non-LFP batteries, here's an example. A recent article with a Tesla owner with a Model 3 that had a ternary battery pack. That battery pack had only 8% battery degradation after 160,000 kilometers. So batteries are improving. But for LFP battery packs, on the other hand, which come in standard range Teslas and BYD vehicles and a range of other vehicles as well. Now, BYD Blade battery, everything you should know. The Blade battery promises a life of over 1.2 million kilometers after 3,000 charging-discharging cycles. I can't say I've ever thought or ever heard of any owner of any car owning a car for 1.2 million kilometers. What's really going to happen, this is the truth of the situation, is people will own their car for maybe, 500,000-600,000 kilometers until it's very old, dated, and probably well worn out. Then they'll use the battery for energy storage or potentially put it into another car. Batteries, my friends, are getting better and better. The EV haters can't hold on to that stick, that candle anymore because, frankly, it isn't true. The battery part is the best part of the car. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.